Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. So this is part 2 here. I believe I'm on 3rd Street. I don't really know my way around here. And I've been trying to get people to do what is right for many years. I'm making videos for 15 years. You gotta be precisely right. You can't let the enemy sway you. So this is the 2nd clip here. I stumbled on my words. You can't let the enemy convince you to do what is wrong. You have to focus on what is right. So as I walk with the armor of God on, the breastplate of righteousness over my heart, the golden sash of wisdom over my heart, faithfulness, righteousness, wisdom, insight, I won't shrink to fit. I refuse to. I refuse to turn a blind eye to the suffering that's going on in the world. We see 9 million people starve to death a year, but people aren't doing enough. They come together as controlled opposition instead of loving the 10,000 children that starve to death a day with all their heart by scrambling to figure out what is best, by scrambling to figure out what they precisely should do. If you don't scramble with all your heart to help the least of your brethren, then you have betrayed the least of your brethren. You've thrown them under the bus. You've refused to accept that morality is greater than every other culture. It's moral, it's right. It's Mr. Right, it's Mrs. Right, it's doing the right thing. And if you don't do the right thing, then what are you doing? You're doing the wrong thing. And without true morality, what is somebody but just a selfish beast? Do not accept the mark of the beast. Do not let your wickedness burn your soul or burn your children. What I'm doing right now is not corny. This is the truth. I've challenged everybody to a debate. Every group, every religion, every type of person. I challenge you to a debate on whether what I'm doing is right. I'm the top martial artist ever possible, and my legal and peaceful challenge proves that. Since 2013, what I'm doing is the top martial artist on the streets of San Francisco, insisting that you do what's right, that people stop doing drugs and people stop harming each other. You in your cars, feel free to pull over and hear me out. I'm insisting that you solve the problem of world hunger. It's solvable with global food programs. With cost-effective spending, we can house the homeless. They don't have to be housed here in San Francisco. They can be housed all over the state, all over the country. And we can do the same thing all over the world with affordable wealth taxes. My 10% redistribution plan, if you redistribute 10% of the wealth of the rich, you can solve homelessness around the world. You can feed the hungry. And how would the rich miss 10%? Why do they hate the poor so much that they're willing to let 10,000 children starve to death every day? Why do they hate them that much? Why don't they keep the greatest commandment, which is to love God with all your heart by loving each other? Everywhere I go, I see sinners of every type of person you can imagine. You have to be convicted with moral conviction. You have to have moral will and moral clarity and moral fortitude. Choose to be good for goodness sake. Don't accept the paths of evil. They're tearing you apart. They're messing up your brain function. They're messing up your lives. Don't be addicted to shunning the righteous. Don't be addicted to dwelling in wickedness. Don't exist in a state of darkness and wickedness. Exist in a state of moral purity. Exist in a state of justice. A state of righteousness. The throne of God is built on righteousness and justice. And one must try with all their heart to be righteous. Slip into a state of mind where you're disciplined and focused on doing what is precisely right. Now pretty soon I'm going to be leaving here because I don't want to be kind of redundant. And I get persecuted by the government and they make it hard for me to get my notes together, what have you. That's why I have to use a mic right here instead of holding papers in my hand. And they do funny things to interfere. But we have to, as a society, as a planet, do what's right, because the end of all possible moral paths is soon. The end of all possibilities that one can achieve righteousness, which is what is necessary to go to heaven. Righteousness is godliness. Righteousness is holiness. Leave your depraved lives and your lives of debauchery and choose moral precision. Be disciplined. Scramble. Work on your mind, body, souls, and spirit. And be in the spirit of morally precise justice, because the words precision and decision are connected. Make the precisely right decision. Love people in a way that is precisely right. Do not go astray from the moral path. Do not accept evil. Purge yourself of all evil. Embrace what is right. Love must be sincere. You must reject what is evil and cling to what is good. Don't let this evil world bring you down. Don't let them throw dirt on your soul. Purge yourself of all wickedness, because wickedness burns your soul like a fire. Figure out what it is precisely. What exactly is evil? What exactly is it? Complicity is evil. Being slack in your work is evil, in your moral work. Choose the works of God and not the devil. Be willing to live a short, righteous life instead of a long, wicked one. Carry your cross. Come into the divine order. Choose the water of life. Choose justice. Choose moral freedom. Without morality, there is no freedom. Without a moral order, there's chaos that doesn't allow for freedom. Love God with all your heart. And my goodness, San Francisco, repent!